Hello and welcome to this week's NASCAR Quick Hit here at SHIPIT Nation. I am Eric, also known as TheGame on Discord, and tonight we will be discussing the Pennzoil 400, which is taking place at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. As always, please go ahead and hit that like button, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. It really does go a long way in helping us with the YouTube algorithm. Before we break down the Pennzoil 400 taking place at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, let me mention, of course, us, SHIPIT Nation. If you haven't already, if you are not already aware, SHIPIT Nation and SaberSim have joined forces to bring together the most valuable content and the most valuable optimizer. SHIPIT Nation and SaberSim. They're on your screen right there. It gives you the different package breakdown of the SHIPIT Nation packages, which contain just the content only, and then the various SaberSim packages. And then as well, here is a SaberSim breakdown of everything across the slate. So if you haven't already heard, which I'm sure you already have, SaberSim and SHIPIT Nation have joined forces. And if you haven't already joined, you owe it to yourself to check us out. We're having pretty much fun over here. All right, let's go back to my screen share. Is it this one? Hey. TV coverage this week is on Fox Sports 1 in the US and TSN5 in Canada once again. Race coverage begins at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This week, NASCAR is tackling its first mile-and-a-half track of the season, and we have tons of data available to help us make our player pools this week. There have been 6 next-gen races here at Las Vegas, along with a staggering 32 mile-and-a-half races in the next-gen era. So like I said, plenty of data to help build our player pools this week. This week, there are roughly 186.9 Dominator points available at Las Vegas, and we will want to target those points. Make sure to check out the slate plan, as my thoughts might change on this, but as of this recording, I'm probably going to go with the 2 Dominator approach. But again, make sure to tune in and check out the slate plan on ShipItNation.com to get my final thoughts on that. During practice, Ryan Blaney cut a tire and backed his Ford into the wall. Due to this, he did not attempt a qualifying run, which means he starts dead last on Sunday. It's not often that we get a driver and team the caliber of Ryan Blaney and Team Penske starting dead last. So expect to see a ton of ownership on Mr. Blaney this Sunday. And as the great DGen75 says, donkey chalk. And what do we do with donkey chalk? We don't play donkey chalk. Unless we do play donkey chalk. And this is definitely a week to think about what you want to do with Mr. Blaney. Qualifying also this weekend was incredibly close, very close. The gap from pole sitter, the surprising pole sitter, Michael McDowell, to 23rd place starting Daniel Suarez, only 0.2 of a second. So qualifying very, very, very close together this weekend at Las Vegas. That's it for my pre-grid breakdown spiel. So let's go ahead and break down our starting lineup. Where's my notes here? Here we go. Boom. Starting on pole, Michael McDowell. Look, Spire Motorsports has had speed all season, but Michael McDowell being on the pole is still incredibly surprising. His best start in the next gen era here at Vegas is 12th, and his best finish at Vegas here in the next gen era is 17th. So while he was fast in practice and had decent Well, rather, he was fast in qualifying and had decent practice. The power rankings really don't line up for Mr. McDowell. So I think I won't have much of Mr. McDowell in the player pool. Next up, Joey Logano. Team Penske did not at all like their cars in practice. In fact, Blaney backed his into the wall, and Cindric almost did the same. And all three of the Team Penske drivers complained to their crew chiefs about their handling. Then qualifying happened, and Logano and Cindric found the speed they were losing in practice and qualified quite well. Sin City has been quite favorable to Logano with, let's see here. My notes are cut off here. Sorry, I was not expecting my notes to be cut off. This is unexpected. What's going on? All right. We're back. I just have to scroll. Sin City has been quite favorable to Old Slice Bread in the next-gen era. Logano has 2 wins at Vegas with an average finish of 12. So that's in 6 races. Logano has 2 wins and an average finish of 12th. So Logano, a smash play on Sunday. Next up, his Team Penske teammate, Austin Cindric. Cindric has been the lackluster Penske driver at Vegas. He does, however, have a 6th place finish here in 2023. Other than that, though, his finishes are 34th, 29th, 23rd, 29th, and 19th. So kind of expecting Cindric to fall like a rock on Sunday. Next up in 4th is Kyle Busch. Good old Kyle Busch is starting 4th and has had pretty decent success at Vegas in the next-gen era. Something to note, though, 2 of those races came when he was with Joe Gibbs Racing back in 2022. He finished 3rd at Vegas twice, once in 2023 and the other time in 2022. And his other finishes have been 13th, 26th, and 14th. Maybe it's just me, but it definitely does seem like Kyle Busch is finding that fire that he didn't really seem to have in the 2024 season. Next up, Eric Jones, which is another qualifying surprise. He has an 8th place finish here back in 2022, but other than that, less than stellar results with an average finish of 20th. Next up, starting 6th, Bowman the Showman, Alex Bowman, always been good here at Vegas. However, he does only have 5 next-gen starts here compared to the majority of full-time drivers, 6, because he did miss a race due to injury. He does have 1 victory here as well, so definitely don't mind playing Alex Bowman on Sunday. Next up, we have Josh Berry starting in 7th. Only 3 starts here for Berry in Vegas in the Cup car. And the results have all been meh. He finished 24th, 20th, and 29th in those 3 starts. However, those did not come in a Team Penske prepared Ford. Now, yes, the first one came in a Hendrick car, but it was like his first start, I think, at Vegas in a Hendrick car. So I'll give that first finish for him. I'll give him a pass. The 20th and the 20, or the 24th and the 20th, those were Stuart Haas finishes from last year. I don't consider the Wood Brothers car to be good normally, but that could be changing. Performed very well in qualifying the past 2 weeks. And he's a talented driver. Do I think he's going to be battling for a win on Sunday? No. But it is a Team Penske prepared Ford, and he is talented. So he's worth a consideration for your player pool. I'll put it that way for Josh Berry. Next up, starting in 8th, is William Byron. Of course, Willie B is excellent here in Vegas. He has 1 victory back in 2023 and an average finish of 6th. So yeah, Willie B, great at Vegas. Starting 9th, Zane Smith. Another qualifying surprise. Zane does have 2 starts at Vegas in the next-gen era with finishes of 16th and 36th. While I do think Zane is trending up in his career, I don't think he'll be finding his way into my player pool. Starting in 10th position is young money Kyle Larson. Larson is excellent at Vegas and has 2 wins and 2 second-place finishes, and has led a total of 405 laps in his 6 next-gen starts. Whoa, we have stuff breaking here at my desk, everybody. This is awesome. 1 second, guys. Woo. 1 second, guys. Chaos at my desk. That's what I get. 1 second. And just think, I decided not to put the camera on. I'm glad I did that. 1 moment, por favors. All right. Hey, we're back. So what happened is I have a big sim racing set up to my left, and it came crashing down on my monitor, which is less than ideal. So let me spin that one back around. Let me spin this one back around, and let's get going. We finished with Kyle Larson, but I'm going to read his sentence again. Young money, Kyle Larson is excellent in Las Vegas. 2 wins, 2 second-place finishes, along with leading 405 total laps in his 6 next-gen starts. Larson is fantastic at Las Vegas. Starting 11th, Chris Buescher. Buescher should be in consideration for your player pool each week. However, he has been fairly average at Vegas with a best finish of 10th and only 2 laps led in his next-gen starts. So, yeah, not too impressive here for Buescher. Starting 12th is Ryan Preece. His finishes are 22nd, 23rd, 26th, and 23rd. I'll be taking a pass on Ryan Preece. Starting 13th, Christopher Bell, Mr. 3 in a row. Can he make it 4? If he does, it will be his first time winning at Vegas, though he does have 2 second-place finishes. Next up, starting 14th, is Tyler Reddick. Reddick is fast at all half-mile tracks, and Vegas is no different, and finished 2nd in this race last year. Denny Hamlin is starting 15th, and Denny Hamlin has been incredibly consistent here at Las Vegas with finishes of 8th, 10th, 11th, and 5th, with an outlier then of a 32nd place finish, I think, when he busted a drivetrain back in 2022. Denny offers you place differential upside as well as weekly race winning potential. Denny, great play on Sunday. Next up, Chase Elliott. Chase's best finish here is 9th in 2022. Other than that, really nothing at all to write home about here for Vegas for the sport's most popular driver. Starting 17th, Ty Dillon. Only 4 starts here in the next-gen era for Ty Dillon. And his best finish is of 20th. And he's starting 17th. So young Ty Dillon will be a fade for me on Sunday. Starting 18th, AJ Allmendinger. Only 3 starts for the Dinger in the next-gen era. He did finish 9th here in 2022 with no starts here in the next-gen car last year. I like Allmendinger pretty much at every road course and some certain ovals. I just can't see myself pulling the trigger on Sunday with him in my player pool. Starting 19th, Ross Chastain. Melon Man is fantastic here at Vegas with a worst finish of 12th. He gives you race winning upside from the 19th starting position, which we know is also place differential upside. Chastain, fantastic play on Sunday. Bubba Wallace. Bubba excels at 1.5 mile tracks, but Vegas really hasn't been one of them at least as of yet. He has finished 4th here in the 2023 season and has led a grand total of 29 laps. Starting 21st is Noah Gragson. Noah surprised everybody here last year with a 6th place finish. Hometown boy Noah Gragson would love to do similar this year. Once again, hometown boy Noah Gragson would love to finish 6th here again this year. Next up, Austin Dillon in 22nd, finished 10th and 11th in 2022, but it's been pretty downhill for Austin since then. No laps led, and really not much upside for him, in my opinion. And now we know what time it is. Swig of Celsius for the working man. All right. Next up, starting 23rd, is Mi Amigo, Daniel Suarez. Mi Amigo has found himself leading laps here in the past, as he's led a total of 103 in the next gen era, and he's finished 3rd here in the fall 2024 late race from the very same 23rd starting position. So just last fall, Suarez started 23rd, which is the same position he's starting in this race, and finished 3rd. So we know Suarez can do it. Starting 24th is Chase Briscoe. Briscoe has a 4th place finish in 2022, but has been absolute dog water since then. However, and this will be, like I said a few weeks ago, this is going to be something I mention a lot this season. He is in much, much, much better equipment this time around and is in a much better spot to succeed. So while his past performances have been trash, I still think he's worth a consideration of your player pool just based on the team upside for one Chase Briscoe. Starting 25th is Carson Hocevar. Only 3 starts for Hocevar here at Vegas with a best finish of 15th. I'm going to make no bones about it. I love Hocevar on Sunday. He was fast in practice. He's only $7,000, I think. Yeah, $7,000. Car's been fast all year. Place differential upside. Do I think he's going to win you the race? No. Could he get you a top 10? Yes. Yeah, really, Hocevar really stands out to me here in this group of this little cluster of drivers. Starting 26th is Cole Custer. Only 2 next-gen starts for Custer, and they were 20th and 33rd place finishes in 2022. I will be absolutely looking elsewhere for my player pool this weekend. Starting in 27th is Brad Keselowski. Not too much to write about Brad at Vegas, to be honest. He does have a 4th place finish here in 2023, and that's kind of the lone highlight. Did manage to lead 46 laps, though, through his 6 next-gen starts. So it's not all terrible for Brad, but it's kind of average. It's all average for Brad here at Vegas in the next-gen era. Starting 28th is Shane Van Gisbergen. He did finish 29th here last year from a 34th place starting position. Someone will very likely ask me in the Discord tomorrow, what do you think about SVG? Because it seems like it happens every week. And for me, I will probably be fading SVG at all of these first run oval tracks for him. Yes, he does have a start here last year, but I'm throwing that to the wayside. Once he gets to these tracks a second time this year, I will be more apt to put him in my player pool. But for these first time oval tracks in the next gen car for him, for the most part, I'm fading, and I'm fading him on Sunday. Let's see here. Next up, starting 29th is Ty Gibbs. I truthfully expected more out of Ty Gibbs' stats here at Vegas, but he just hasn't had the finishes. He did finish 5th here last year, but his other finishes have been 30th, 34th, 22nd, and 22nd. So not too great for Ty. Starting 30th is John Hunter Nemechek. Only 2 starts for JHN here at Vegas in the next gen era. However, he did surprise everybody with a 9th place finish last fall. So if you are looking for some cheap upside, there you go. John Hunter Nemechek finished 9th here last year, and no one expected that. Next up is Ricky Stenhouse Jr., starting in the 31st position. His best finish here at Vegas is 17th with a worst finish of 27th. Ricky will be a very healthy scratch for me on Sunday. Let me scroll the stone down. All right. Next up is Todd Gilliland in 32nd. And this proud Gilly Gang member will be fading Todd Gilliland this weekend as his best finish here in Vegas is only 24th. I need more from that, from a 32nd place starting position. So I will be fading Gilly on Sunday. Next up is Justin Haley starting 33rd. He finished 17th last fall in one of, if not his first start in Spire Motorsports equipment. However, this time around, he does have famed crew chief Rodney Childers on top of the pit box, and he absolutely should be able to pass some cars on Sunday. How many cars, that remains to be seen. But Justin Haley in a fast Chevy with Rodney Childers as the crew chief should be able to pass some cars. So I will absolutely have Justin Haley in the player pool. Riley Herbst starting 34th. The first next gen start for Riley here at Vegas. He is in fast equipment, so that's worth a consideration alone. He likely will not make my player pool, but he might be the last one cut. I don't know that yet. Starting 35th is Cody Ware. He did manage a 21st place finish last fall. However, I'm still very healthily fading Cody Ware in every single lineup on Sunday. And last but most certainly not least, the donkey chalk of the slate, Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney got into the wall during practice and did not post a qualifying time, which leads to his dead last starting position. Team Penske did not like their cars at all during practice, but his teammates Joey Logano and Austin Cindric did manage to find speed in the qualifying session. Blaney's last 6 finishes here have been as follows: 32nd, 3rd, 6th, 13th, 28th, and 36th. So while he should be considered a cash game lock, I do understand the theory of potentially going underweight on him in tournaments. However, with that said, this is Ryan Blaney starting dead last in Team Penske equipment with all of his teammates, Barry, Logano, Cindric. Blaney's not officially, or Barry's not officially a teammate, but he is in this example. All starting in the top 10. He's going to be a hard fade for me on Sunday, but I do understand it if you would decide to do so. Other than that, good folks, that is everything I have for this evening. Thank you for listening along. Apologize that you got to hear my equipment crash and try to kill me as we were recording this video. And good luck in all of your slates. If you have any questions concerning the slate, please feel free to tag me in the Discord. And as always, let's ship it.